Hello, 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 and a massive hello to everybody. How we all doing? Rocking and rolling. Here we go. 15th of May, 2018. No trade calls, no recommendations, no response for their own stuff. We're here for educational purpose only. So I want to do a little quick update on the NASDAQ as I got a couple of questions on this. So basically here on the NASDAQ, our base case hasn't changed, right? Well, it has changed, but the recent update. So what we said is basically we're looking for this to continue to press lower and take a stab at the 200 DMA. Now, once we started to consolidate back around this 50 and this 100, we said as long as the bears can hold it below this zone, then there's going to be a chance. But the moment we start to close above, the path of least resistance is for a move back into the 7,000. So he said you can try and be tactically short intraday in case we start to break up, as long as we hold this previous resistance that was coming in. But really, after you see this whole pattern of higher lows and the buildup and we close back above this range, really there's very little to stop it from grinding all the way back to that 27. So you can try and be tactical here, but especially once we break above here and we got this daily close, there's really no edge trying to stay aggressively short. If you want to get short, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're likely going to get a better price, so you might as well wait for it higher up at the 7,000. So nice little move here. Broke above, started to close above. You got this close above, bullish, closed above this again, and all the way back to the 7,000. Now, as we said in the latest Outlooks videos and what we've been talking about on the weeklies is, as far as last week, there were a lot of interesting opportunities, and our focus was to try and get short some of the DXY, right, across different currency pairs. The focus this week is to look for tactical short on the equities, right? Now, I'm not going to go into detail on the YM and the ES, but again, you have to keep in mind where we're coming from, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positive days in a row. So it doesn't mean that the run can't continue for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, as many days as it wants, but it means that the healthy move would be for some kind of a pullback. So our focus, understanding the way this has been trading and the way this has been squeezing higher, basically it's a pure little squeeze taking out weak shorts, is to look for tactical opportunities and key locations where we can get some kind of asymmetric risk reward to play the short side, just to look for a healthy correction, right? Even if it's just a little move back for more strength. So on the way higher, the levels, the most interesting levels for us clearly are the 7,000, and then further up you'd have to move all the way back up into the 7,200, those highs. And yesterday, as we tweeted out, this was a very, very interesting zone. Whether you're looking to just blindly short into this area using this previous high as your stop, you're wrong above there. It's a nice little opportunity to fade that area. Or whether you're just looking at reaction at the level. You see here on this 1 hour, we come in, the market is trying to protect the 7,000, sellers coming in, we break up, sellers trying to protect, we clip some stops, we can't hold above. We try to move back above, we can't hold above. Nice little chance to get short, play some downside traction. If you're somebody who prefers to get negative closes as confirmations, you got a fairly pure 4-hour close there. So this is shaping up for an interesting day today. The way we look at this is, as always, as long as it can hold these highs, the healthy move would be for a little bit of the pullback. At the very least, we look for it to come back into this previous resistance that should act as support. Ideally, if you're short, you'd want to see this come back all the way into those 2 moving averages. And at that point, things get interesting, right? Because there, the bears have a chance to make a stand. Because if they can close it back below this range, then we could get some downside traction. Again, you have to keep in mind that it's still making a series of lower highs, but there it could get very, very interesting. If not, this is likely the way the bulls would want this to continue to play out. So let's see what's happening. It's a very interesting location. There's been some interesting things, and as much as last week the interesting plays were on the currency side, I think on the currency side, the most interesting trade on the board is probably one you're already in from last week. And in terms of new trades, this week is focus, at least for us, is really going to be on the equity side. Wishing everybody an awesome day. Thank you so much for listening, sharing, and liking. As always, hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions. Have a great one. Bye-bye, guys.